78 Sports TV here. Salute to the mighty ldbc. Y'all smash the like button, hit the subscribe, turn on your notification bell so be notified when I drop a new video. And if you're digging the video, please share this joint. So Adrien, the problem, Bronner uh, breaks his silence in regards to Floyd Mayweather uh, and his legal action against Showtime and Al Haymon. Even though he's not, Al Haymon is not a defendant in the case. Floyd in the lawsuit is saying that Showtime enabled Al Haymon to rob him. So he's accusing Al Haymon of robbing him or stealing money from him. All right. So you're basically slandering Al Haymon. You're still suing Al Haymon, regardless if it's, you know, whatever. You know how people will they'll try to dance around it. He's not suing Al, bro. If somebody go to the police station or go in open court and say that you did something to them, it don't matter if they're actually pressing charges or not. That energy is out there in the atmosphere, right? The allegation is out there, so people is gonna run with that. All right. So I'm not going to play semantics here. The man's suing Al Haymon basically too. So Adrien Bronner comes out, and in a way, kind of sneak this and Floyd instead of being direct. I hate when people do this passive aggressive stuff. Adrien Bronner says, "I would never take legal action against Al Haymon. Some people might say I'm dumb or brainwashed, but I'm a loyal individual, and I know he did things for me that nobody would do. And if I'm owed any money, he said, oh well, he kept me satisfied. I will never spin the block for retaliation. It is what it is, and I'll see y'all soon. All right. Now, Adrien Bronner, uh, what he's talking about is he put out a statement a while ago saying that, you know, he told his story about how he, got broke or whatever. He first he tried to make it seem like PBC had kind of robbed him. He was like, they wasn't giving me all my money. They was giving me, installments, like, this and this and that, blah blah blah. And that's true. And he ain't the only fighter that happened to. However, Adrien Bronner was doing a lot of stupid stuff with his money. He wasn't counting his money. He don't know how much money he was supposed to have. Okay, so Bronner says that, like, look, he'd go to if he wanted to go to Vegas for the weekend, he would tell Al, "Hey, I need 100 grand," and then Al would wire him like 100 grand. And then next weekend, you know what I'm saying, "Hey, yo, Al, I spent that money up. Yo, can you send me 200,000?" Boom, Al would send him 200,000, right? And then it got to the point where Adrien Broner had so much legal trouble with lawsuits, people, women suing them, dudes suing them, clubs suing them, everybody suing Adrien Broner for something. Right? I forgot most of the lawsuits, right? Then he had his gambling problem, he has alcohol problem, still has the alcohol problem. Uh, every time, and he had IRS problems. Every time Adrien Broner had money in his bank account, the government would seize it. I know all about that. So he had to be strategic with, uh, how he got his money. So he would tell Al, "Hey, I need some money." So Al would send him like a couple $1,000s, and Adrien Broner had to take the money out immediately because if it stayed in there too long, then the government would get wind and they would take it. So he had to get that money out immediately. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, um, Adrien Broner says Al Haymon has done things for him that nobody else has, and that's true. What he's talking about is with all his legal troubles that he had, Al Haymon was the one, sending him money to get him out, all that kind of stuff, whatever. Al Haymon did a lot of stuff for a lot of people, a lot of these fighters. Okay, now one could say, well, you know, he's using their money to do it, so he ain't really doing nothing. I mean, I understand that. That's a fair assessment. You know what I'm saying? However, there's a lot of other stuff that Al Haymon has done, like taking care of Pritchard Cologne. Yeah, a lot of people forgot about him. You know what I'm saying? Pritchard Cologne, a fighter who got hurt in the ring, suffered a brain injury and stuff like that. People don't even speak his name no more. Don't nobody even do videos about him. And to my knowledge, Al Haymon is still taking care of him or had taken care of him. I don't know the ins and outs of that situation, but that's what I heard. Al Haymon does a lot of stuff. So, ain't nobody perfect. Ain't nobody 100% saint. Ain't nobody 100% devil. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a good side and a bad side. A side that they show the world, a side that they hide from the world, and only the closest friends know. And then they got a side that don't nobody know. You know what I'm saying? Those deep dark secrets. And that's for everybody. I don't care who you is. I don't care if you're a priest. I don't care if you're a pastor. I don't care whoever you is. Everybody got that going on. You know what I'm saying? So, but the thing is this: Adrien Bronner, um, and I told people, and I know y'all, man, Stephanie, you always talking about what you told somebody. I did. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna. I'm sorry. You can call it bragging if you want to, or whatever you want to call it. Told you so moment, but I am because everybody else on here do it. I literally predicted Floyd Mayweather would be in this position, and I predicted this over 15 years ago. I literally predicted Adrien Bronner would be in this position. I predicted this over 15 years ago. Not because I'm a genius, just because I've seen this movie before. Tell me how this movie ends, y'all. Five kids, six kids, teenagers go out into the woods. They get naked, jumping into lakes and stuff like that, partying, doing drugs and drinking. Right? They start having relations. How did this movie end? We already know. They one by one they start to subtract. Somebody from some masked man gonna come out the woods, or some crazy family that live in the woods. Somehow, some way they finna get dealt with. We already know this. And this is what I'm saying with Floyd and Adrien Bronner. Right? It's fun while it lasts, having the money, throwing it around, wasting it. But if you have characteristics and traits of wasting money, then that doesn't go away very quickly. That stays with you. So you end up having to educate yourself and surround yourself around people who are educated on financial literacy. And if you're not educated and have financial literacy, then you'll lose your wealth. You'll lose all of the money that you have obtained. It'll be gone. You give it right back to these people buying stupid stuff that you don't need, like buying a car for $2 million for what? Everybody know you rich. When people see you, they know who you are. They know you're rich. You don't have to buy a car for $2 million or $1 million. It's pointless. It's a waste of money. The moment you buy it, it's not worth that no more. You know what I'm saying? You can buy something that appreciates and not depreciates. You know what I'm saying? Like I respect guys like Tyrese. And Tyrese said, "Look, everybody know who I am." Even I even heard Diddy say something like this years ago. And I know y'all don't like Diddy, but whatever. He said Diddy said something years ago like, "Why would I wear?" Look, I own. I got a. This was like in the '90s. He said, I got a pair of earrings, right? 2 carat stones in each ear, right? So they cost him X amount of dollars, right? Hundreds of thousands for these earrings, these diamond studs, right? But he got replicas made, right? He got replicas made. Everybody know he's Diddy. He's rich, so he doesn't have to wear his 300,000 earrings, $300,000 earrings everywhere he go. Everybody know he did it. His image, his name speaks for itself. So he can wear the replicas. What they gonna say? Anybody gonna know it? Anybody checking it? You see what I'm saying? So Tyrese said something like, yeah, all this stuff I've been wearing is all fake. He said, I'm not gonna leave my stuff sitting on the hotel counter and come back and housekeep it tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And that's facts. That's facts. That's what happens though. So once you get to a certain status, you really don't need that stuff. But the insecurity, you know, from guys like Floyd and Adrien Bronner, the insecurity of people telling them that they will never be nothing and blah blah blah, and and I keep trying to tell people, but Floyd has a legion of fans that's gonna defend him no matter what, because they just not gonna be honest. When Floyd sat there at that basketball game and he was sitting next to Jay-Z courtside, and Jay-Z is a legitimate billionaire. Jay-Z girl is a billionaire, you know what I'm saying? And like when Floyd sat there and pulled out that money like that, that was some of the most insecure stuff ever. And then his fans, oh no, he wasn't. He was just trying to give a lady a tip. Man, shut up, bro. Shut up with the whole mess. You don't have to pull out $100,000 if you're trying to give a lady a tip if you're not giving her $100,000. It's stupid. You could have easily reached into your bag and pulled $100 off of one of them stacks and gave it to the lady, and nobody would have seen it. You pulled it out because you wanted photos with the money, and in Floyd's mind, he thinks that that's stunning. He thinks that yes, that is stunning when you on a level of a dude who got a couple 100,000. Yeah, pulling 100,000 out in your pocket is a flex or something like that, right? Doing the whole money phone thing, that's a flex when you on a certain level. When you graduate to hundreds of millions of dollars, pulling out $100,000 and putting it up to your ear, or showing it off on camera, that's not a flex no more. You know what I'm saying? That's not a flex no more. You know what I mean? And you start learning these type of things as you get more and more money and you enter different tax brackets. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Before I own properties, yeah, I thought that was something too. I used to, pull out 5Gs and, and show it off, pull out 2,000, showing it off. You just thought that was something until you start getting checks for 68,000, 75,000, 120,000, and then you start realizing like what money is, for real, not street money, but money. You looking at it like, okay, this ain't really. You kind of get embarrassed by the stuff you used to do. Like, man, that wasn't even no money. I'm showing off 10,000 like I was doing something major. That ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? So now that's how Jay-Z was looking at Floyd. Like, look at this dude here, goofball. You know what I mean? So regardless, I hope Adrien Bronner does get help. I always rooted for Adrien Bronner to get the help he needs because I saw this train wreck coming. You know what I'm saying? That he just squandered a lot of his money from with gambling and and alcoholism stuff. So I hope he'd be okay. And in all honesty, man, I don't want to see Floyd out here doing bad or broke or having to sell everything he worked for. I don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? But it may end up coming down to that. Now he done won this award for being the greatest friend of Israel. You know what I'm saying? So maybe people gonna help him out. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? And like I said too the other day, I'm gonna say it again today. If you're one of those people who say, "Oh man, I don't want to see no comments," "Oh man, this is gossip, man. You gossiping. You pocket watching another man." Well, why are you watching a video of somebody pocket watching another man? If you so above this type of content, you shouldn't even be here. Something made you click on the video, so get up out of here, Mark. Nobody got time for you dudes fronting and faking because somebody's talking about something that you don't want to hear because you still out here living the same type of goofball lifestyle that they live. You know what I'm saying? You still idolizing and worshiping these dudes, and the whole imagery that they showing you is fake. You know what I'm saying? It's fake. You know what I mean, you could be a lot of people y'all think is rich is not rich. You could be credit card rich. You know what I'm saying? A whole lot of people go get business loans for a couple 100,000 and then go blow it off in 2 weeks, hanging down in Miami, messing with strippers and tooting yayo, popping bottles at the club. Now it's gone. Whole lot of people do that, and y'all think these people something. Y'all think they rich. You know what I mean? But regardless of the fact, Floyd Mayweather should have educated himself on what was happening. You can't rely on Al Haymon to handle the business side and trust that he's going to uh, uh, be on the up and up. Stephen Espinosa of Showtime also responded to this, formerly of Showtime, I should say. Stephen Espinosa said he's very disappointed uh, in Floyd, that Floyd has taken this route, but I already know what had happened. You know, see, Floyd was all good with the hustle that PBC was putting down. He was cool with that demo they was putting down until PBC started falling off and the money ain't coming in no more. So now that he not getting no money, he not getting his cut out of this scam. Now he ready to go snitch and ready to go tell it. You know what I'm saying? And act like he got dealt with. Nah, bro. You was out there showing off $100 million checks. You was out here bragging. So at the end of the day, you should have been counting your money instead of running the social media bragging. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's my 2 cents on the matter. Y'all let me know what y'all think about AB's comments. 78 Sports TV. Salute to the mighty ldbc. And make sure y'all go check your boy out on Patreon. Patreon.com/78 Sports TV. That's patreon.com/78 Sports TV. Come on over there, get some of that good game. You dig? And if you're into them Bulldogs, if you're into the American Pit Bull Terrier, then you come check me out on my other Patreon. Patreon.com/Game Dog Talk. It's 2 different Patreons, y'all. If you're into the dogs, come on over to the Game Dog Talk Patreon. If you're into Tales of a Hustler, real life stories, you know what I'm saying, advice, manhood training, you know what I'm saying, financial literacy, come holler at your boy on patreon.com/78 Sports TV. And I'm up out of here though. Deuces.